programming on radio, Diamond 88.7 FM remains your best bet. Be it sport, talk radio, entertainment and music. One thing is certain, we've got you.
Ìfẹ́ mi, ṣé ẹ ti ṣe tán?
Ṣé láti lọ gba abẹ́rẹ́ ìfètòsọ́mọ bíbí ẹ̀?
Abẹ́rẹ́ wa ìfètòsọ́mọ bíbí tí gbogbo ẹbí ni kì í ṣètò ìyá nìkan.
Òótọ́ ló sọ, ṣé bí ìyí tó lè gún fúnra ẹni?
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni, kò dẹ̀ dùn mí, kò ṣe mí bíi pé mo lò ń kankan rárá nígbà tí mo lò ń gbà yẹn.
Ó ṣe wá ń lọ nísìnyí nígbà tó ti gbà tẹ́lẹ̀.
Abẹ́rẹ́ kan máa gbé ẹ fóṣù mẹ́ta, ó dẹ̀ ti dóṣù mẹ́ta tá a ti lọ kẹ́yìn, ṣá lè máa lọ báyìí ṣá.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni, jẹ́ ká máa lọ ìfẹ́ mi.
Olówó orí mi nìyẹn.
Láti lo abẹ́rẹ́ tá à ń gún fara ẹni ti ìfètòsọ́mọ bíbí yìí nígbà alákọ̀ọ́kọ́ lọ sí ilé ìwòsàn tó súnmọ́ jù fún ìgbaninímọ̀ràn. Ṣèwádìí nípa àwọn oríṣiríṣi ìfètòsọ́mọ bíbí tó wà. Wà lórí Airtel lọ́fẹ̀ẹ́ kó o tẹ 4 kó sì tẹ 0 tàbí kó o kàn sí discoveryourpower.org. Federal Ministry of Health àti the Society for Family Health ló mú ìkéde yìí wá sétí ìgbọ́ yín.
Get ready for the ultimate rendezvous of the sharpest minds.
The ship of the Nigerian state just now has all the capacities and possibilities of birthing in a disastrous and pestilential aqua.
I'm proud of Nigeria despite the challenges. I had an American green card. I gave it up. I'm not excited about it. If I was crazy about it, I would keep my green card and eventually qualify for citizenship.
More than ever before in the history of our nation, this is the worst instability we are facing. In fact, this is worse than the civil war. Today, there are a lot of misgiving, a lot of misinterpretations of what is happening. We cannot pretend that we are capable of confronting the situation in our hands.
Editors Hangout, where journalists gather to dissect the pulse of our world. We are not just reporters, we are the guardians of truth and justice, with our pens and mouth sharp enough to pierce through society ills for humanity and a better country. Don't miss out, because when journalists speak, the world listens. Tune in to your Shining Supreme radio station and be part of the conversation every Wednesday from 11 o'clock to 12 noon. Editors Hangout, the meeting point of journalist by journalist for humanity, society, and the country. Get ready for the ultimate rendezvous.
Yes, it's exactly 3 minutes past 11, and you're still on to your Shining Supreme radio station, Diamond 88.7 FM, Ilorin, Kwara State, Nigeria. This is that platform where journalists converge to talk issues, trending issues from Nigeria to the rest of the world. And we are ready again to talk this great morning. I'm Joseph Emeribe. Yes, it's no longer news. The elections in the United States of America, so much to say, as people are already sending in their congratulatory messages to President Donald Trump. Though it's yet to be official, but is coasting to victory pretty fast. And we are still expecting the official declaration of Donald Trump as the 47th president and the 45th Republican president of the United States of America. Yes, dear President, in person of President Bola Tinubu has also sent his congratulatory message already. Same also messages from France, the UK, from the Prime Minister of Israel. Messages are still pouring through with regards the elections that are still underway in the United States of America. On this note, I say welcome once again. It's that platform where we discuss, and with due course, we will be switching the microphones to your direction to also make your positions and reactions on the issues to be discussed. Yes, we will be delving more, focusing more on elections. And this time around, the elections, fast approaching elections in Ondo State shall be our main focus. Unlike how we used to have it for an hour, today we will be talking for just less than 30 minutes. At exactly 11:30, we will be done with our discussions this great morning for us to also give room for all the programs this time around, sponsored programs for your listening delight. I have live in the building my producer and general manager, Michael Abiodun Olarewaju. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Joseph. Good morning to our listeners all over the world. But on this note, even before we delve into the issue, our heartfelt condolences goes into the Nigerian Army on the death of the Chief of Staff,
Chief of Army
General Lagbaja. Our heartfelt condolences goes to the Federal Republic of Nigeria, the Osun State, as well as family, friends, and General Lagbaja.
We may so find it an arrest. I also have life. I have a brother and colleague in person of Abiodun Akiwumi. Good morning.
Good morning, Joseph, and good morning to all our listeners and viewers all over the world.
Yes, we are glad to have you once again.
Yes, it's nice to be here again.
Yes, and we are ready to talk. All right. Today we will be looking, just as I've mentioned, at the fast approaching elections in Ondo State. The Independent National Electoral Commission yesterday made a statement through its chairman, that is Professor Yakub. Yes, he made a statement yesterday, and he said something assuring Nigerians that the election will go as planned, smoothly, without any glitches, without any issue whatsoever, and assuring residents in that area that things will go as planned, especially given assurances that the BVAS, the Bermuda voter accreditation system, to work optimally. And also today, the governor of the state, in person of Lucky Ayedatiwa, will be at some areas again to canvass for support and vote. But we will be looking at this more holistically. This time around, I want us to look at the preparedness of INEC for the forthcoming elections, which is in a couple of days. I won't say weeks right now. Mao, I know this is not the first time INEC will be giving us assurances and promises of a smooth election. Learning from what is happening in the U.S., they will had threats, bomb threat in U.S., learning from the election in the United States of America, do you think the Independent National Electoral Commission is ready to give us 100% in terms of performance with the fast approaching elections in Ondo State?
I believe that INEC has got all it takes to actually have 100% preparation. Take into cognizance that this is one of the off-cycle elections, and it's not something that involves any other state than only one state. And in these states, we have only 18 local governments with 203 wards. So definitely, INEC has all the data with which to work with. The security agencies and other apparatus to have enough data with which to work with. Definitely, there should be no room for non-adequate preparation.
There should be no room, meaning INEC has no reason or excuse.
They have no reason
for something otherwise.
Even though we might not rule out some human error, but INEC has no room to give any excuse.
All right. You tuning in, this is the Editor's Hangout. You can be a part of the conversation in due course. We'll be opening our studio lines because we have we limited so much time as much as possible, but this time around today it's quite limited. We are talking for less than 30 minutes. You can be a part of the conversation via WhatsApp on 913-655-6864 or sending your reactions, by calling on 913-655-6952. We are live on Facebook at Diamond 88.7 FM and on YouTube Diamond FM. Elon, these are the lines to reach us this great morning. Yes, I need Mr. Kinwumi to quickly add his voice to this issue. There are fears, in a way, especially people are saying there's the possibility that Ayedatiwa misses or loses his grip of this of power in Ondo State. How do you say this? Because people are saying some individuals that are aggrieved with his well, like the word antecedent or his assumption into office might also express their grievances through these elections. Do you see it panning out? And do you see Ayedatiwa winning at the long run?
Well, as the incumbent, I think he has the high chance of winning the election. And because for the past how many years now, PDP has not ruled in those states. The last time a PDP ruled in those states was during the time of Memiko. Though he entered as a Labour Party man, later during the second time he moved to PDP, and with the support of President Jonathan, then he won the second time. So since then, Akeredolu won first and second time. Though it was Ayedatiwa that finished the second time now.
Yes.
So and it's not vying for the ticket. But chance is very little, but that can happen, and this is democracy. But the only thing that we have to say is for the players to play the game according to the rule, and not try to bypass the system, and not try to use undue advantage on the electorate. And I will advise security agents to always be on top of their game and make sure that politicians don't use their power to rig the election. And most especially this issue of vote buying. I hope and I pray that this time around it will not wear its ugly heads again. That though they will try to buy votes, because I think that's one of the antics of politicians. They believe that even if they don't perform well, once they have the money, so money can buy the voters. So, and I will advise the voters in those states to troop out and exercise their franchise. It's their right. So, and I advise INEC to do their own part too. So once every stakeholder do their part, I think the people that the person that the people want will always carry the day. But if you look at it in early election, the incumbents always have an upper hand. And being the governor now, and he has already approved the minimum wage. So that means it's likely to get the support of the workers. Definitely that correct of the workers. At least they enjoy the minimum wage. He even signed some budget yesterday that will cater for the new minimum wage. So that one will at least sway some workers to his side. And all things being equal, is probably that he's got an advantage over the PDP. But anything can still happen. Both of them have the chance of winning the election.
I want us to make reference to what's happening in the US. Sincerely, we have so much to learn. The incumbent is obviously, though it's a close tie, but is obviously losing the elections. That's what I think with the latest report. Donald Trump had already garnered over 267 votes.
And he just need 270, just 4 more
to be declared winner over the election in the US. Now, thank God you mentioned the fact that it's almost impossible on this side of our climb of the divide for an incumbent to lose at the battleground, at the forefront. It's almost impossible. But now what I'm saying is this: the message. No, the way the whole process went smoothly. Though I mentioned scared to bombing here and there, which authorities in the US came out to refute, saying it's not news. It's that the election will go as planned. Now we are saying all eyes will be on those states come the 16th of November. How do you see all of these, especially the fact that Ondo is kind of in terms of political activities and the way they play politics in Ondo is almost not far away from how they play politics in Edo. They are politically alive, awake, and active. But do you see the opposition really pulling through, at least to an extent, with the forthcoming elections in the state?
Well, I think they have the chance of pulling through, but it will still be difficult.
Because the candidate of the People's Democratic Party over there too is a strong contender.
It's not contender, but the chance is very. And what are the things that we can learn from that election is the US election is issue based. So our own elections too, we should try and make sure that to be issue based. Okay, what are you planning to do? What are you planning to do? Because one of the things that decided this US election has to do with the issue of Israel and Palestine conflict.
Not going far away from Russia.
Ukraine war. So one of their is the foreign policy. And anytime Democrats are in power, US always feel like they are kind of people that doesn't want to go to war. And US believe that, and if we did that to go to war, they should be ready to go to at any time. And that's one of even the reason why they vote for Republican in 2000, where they move, where after the 8 years of Bill Clinton, they believe that Bill Clinton did not responded well to their Al Qaeda threat. during the attack of Al Qaeda on U.S. missions in Tanzania and Kenya in 1998. They felt why will Clinton remain in America and not wage a full war against the Al Qaeda then. So they fought for Bush and as we have it, less than 9 months to Bush regime, Al Qaeda struck on the U.S. soil. So and immediately they go to full flavor. So there was also a little bit a way of foreign policy will always play politics in American politics. Then this issue of tax and other ones too play in this
issue of immigration.
So immigration once a war like this, it will continue the issue of immigration, trying to build a wall around the U.S. border. That one is so their own is issue based. Issue of this abortion and all this gay rights to play part. So, but Nigeria would rather have politicians to let our own be issue based. Should not be issue that someone does not give birth, someone is barren. That one is personal issue.
It's personal.
So we should expect that it should be issue based. Then the majority of U.S. voters too. Our advice our voters too to be mature in that issue. So what determine who they vote for? That's not what we do with money changing hands. It was still to who will I believe will suit my purpose if vote for power. So I rather electorate too. They should not be the Boko Shebe. Give my money, let me vote for you.
Vote for
so
you. No
voters
money,
should always
no
learn from it now. Vote for your conscience and vote for the candidate that you believe will deliver.
Yes, our lines are pausing already, but we need to quickly pay some bills. And once we are done paying this bill, we'll return to talk more. This time around, I'll be switching the mics to Mao for him to quickly react, looking at it from the angle of history. I want us to still learn because we have so much to learn with the U.S. elections. This is not the first time, but let's see, is there something or so much more to learn? Drawing the attention of relevant authorities to these issues as we anticipate each free elections in Ondo State. We'll be back after this quick commercial break. Please stay tuned.
Ìfẹ́ mi ṣé ẹ ti ṣe tán.
ṣé láti lọ gba abẹ́rẹ́ ìfètòsọ́mọ bíbí ẹ̀.
abẹ́rẹ́ wa ìfètòsọ́mọ bíbí tí gbogbo ẹbí ni kì í ṣètò ìyá nìkan.
òótọ́ ló sọ ṣé bí ìyí tó lè gún fúnra ẹ ni.
bẹ́ẹ̀ ni kò dẹ̀ dùn mí kò ṣe mí bíi pé mo lò nǹkan kan rárá nígbà tí mo lò ń gbà yẹn.
ó ṣe wá ń lọ nísìnyí nígbà tó ti gbà tẹ́lẹ̀.
abẹ́rẹ́ kan máa gbé ẹ fóṣù mẹ́ta ó dẹ̀ ti dóṣù mẹ́ta tá a ti lọ kẹ́yìn ṣáà lè máa lọ báyìí ṣá.
bẹ́ẹ̀ ni jẹ́ ká máa lọ ìfẹ́ mi.
olówó orí mi nìyẹn.
láti lo abẹ́rẹ́ tá à ń gún fara ẹni ti ìfètòsọ́mọ bíbí yìí nígbà alákọ̀ọ́kọ́ lọ sí ilé ìwòsàn tó súnmọ́ jù fún ìgbaninímọ̀ràn ṣèwádìí nípa àwọn oríṣiríṣi ìfètòsọ́mọ bíbí tó wà tó wà lórí airtel lọ́fẹ̀ẹ́ kó o tẹ 4 kó sì tẹ 0 tàbí kó o kàn sí discoveryourpower.org. Federal Ministry of Health àti the Society for Family Health ló mú ìkéde yìí wá sétí ìgbọ́ yín.
Diamond 88.7 FM.
Yes, we're glad to still have you there. It's still the editor's Hangout, reaching you live and direct from Diamond 88.7 FM. And I'm Joseph Emeribe. Still have live Mr. Michael Abiodun Olarewaju and also Mr. Biodun Akinwumi. We started our conversation with a special emphasis on Ondo elections and also making reference to the elections in the United States of America, just as we are still expecting the official declaration over the victor, who is taking over, who is to take over the White House of the United States as the #1 citizen over the country. We are still expecting an update from there. But before we went for that break, I said I was to ask Mao about, the lessons. And do you see Nigeria really taking a leave or more cues from what is happening at the international space?
The main lesson to learn from the U.S. election is to tell us the truth in this country that the U.S. citizens are much more concerned about their ideological base.
They're more concerned.
Yes, because if you look at it, Democrats remain Democrats.
Okay.
Republicans remain Republicans.
More ideological.
Yes, and it is now left for the Democrats and the Republicans to sell their issues, which they stand on, to the electorate.
Okay.
Which I believe should be the basis of our election in Nigeria too. It is high time we go ideological. Like for instance, Ondo State is preparing for election next week.
Yes.
They have 17 registered political parties. 2 of them are in the front line at the campaigns now. And you even find out that the last few days, there was a debate in the state.
Yes.
And this debate was hinged on economy, agriculture, and security. Those are the 3 major issues that the debates organized by channels was prone on. You find out that Aye Datiwa could be able to flaunt a lot of his achievements and with a promise to do more.
All right.
While Ajay Agbola of the PDP was much more concentrating on saying he wants to build in a cargo airport in order to actually improve on the economy and sustain the agrarian base of the state. Whereas on the other hand, Ayedatiwa is even telling us that we have a GD farms in Ore that is even employing more than 3,000 youths in Ondo State alone. And at the same time, he is trying all possible means to actually industrialize the state.
Mao, please let's marry this call, please. Hello, your life. Your name and where you're calling from. Good morning. Oh, Mr. Rotimi, please, you have the floor. Please make it brief.
Concerning your discussion.
Yes, sir.
And the U.S. See the problem in Nigeria, they can talk anything during their campaign. It's that when they get there, you know who they are. You can see all these politicians, you can see how they action, that you can see what is going on right now. But I want to tell the U.S. Republican and Democrat, they have a basic policy, and they always free to it. I can tell you, Democrat is so much about liberation of life.
Liberality.
They don't like much war outside. But Republican, you know, all this Bush, all this, they have involved.
Yes.
But I want Nigeria to be careful this time around. Whoever coming, it's now we tight up. It's now we tight up ourselves. Do something we can produce in Nigeria. Do what you can do for yourself and not respect what the country can do for ourselves. Because Republicans only in America, I thought that there will be a lot of changes. So let me tell you the fact. Because what is on the ground, like Trump, I've been a president before. It's now for him for a change of character, a change of everything. Let us say the fact. Let us tell our president to please listen to us, what we want for us. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you so much. We appreciate your take on that. Okay, Mao.
Thank Mr. Rotimi from Oro for his contribution. But one thing I want us to realize is that in